We're officially back with One Piece 1149. I'm super pumped for this. I've stayed spoiler free as I traditionally do. Um, yeah, I don't know anything. I haven't even seen a thumbnail of other YouTubers. Okay, so we got a color spread here. The Batakuri Maid Cafe? I approve. And Sanji's going crazy, as he should. I would be, man, I feel like I'd be all the dudes in this color spread. I'd be drinking. I'd have hard eyes. I'd look at the menu prices and be like, we gotta go. We gotta go someplace else. What does Luffy's food say? My gold mine? And there's just a little cat guy who's freaking out at the prices too, just like Usopp. Bonnie has something that says rip. Better not be foreshadowing. I'm gonna be pissed. Okay, okay. 11:49, 1 second. Nami says, ah! And everyone's like, what? The group that's tied up. Who's that Pokemon? It's Scopper! Dude, he just sliced Summers. That was so sick last chapter. The Pirate King's left hand emerges from nowhere. Yeah, why did that work? What did you do? I'm rusty. Dude, so badass. I love the parallel speed blitz with Scopper and Summers and here and Rayleigh and why can I not think of his name? Kizaru and Sabaody. He's spinning the axes, going in for round 2. Briar Barrier. Hockeyed up the Briars. Ugh. Huff. Mountain Eater. Why are you an Elbaf? Nothing wrong with a serious talk, right? Huh? You met him at the castle? Okay. Yeah, Luffy and Zoro were totally overwhelmed by him. Questionable. He's the father of Colin, the kid we met at the school. That old guy? Unless I misheard, he said he's Scopper Caban. Whoa, he's equal to Rayleigh. He's the left hand of the Pirate King. Sanji Zoro equal confirmed. That sort of person is in the land of giants? The attacks are really having an impact. How come? I can't budge, but I can use my powers to assist you. Stop it, Robin. His thorns are a terrible matchup for your hand-to-hand combat style. True. Thorn Rush and Hell of the Crimson Lotus. That's a dope attack name. Isn't there even a square... There isn't even a square inch for you to stand on. I'm in a hurry, you know. And he just slices through. Come. Food and Raku. And just cleaves his head off. Holy crap. Food and Raku. This may be a play on words of Etenraku, referring to a musical composition for Japanese nobles. He just gets cut up. Whoops. That was close. Wait up, Colin. Huh? The gang is freaking out. He took him out. Okay, apparently Chopper's free. Chopper, where are you going? Ouch, it hurts. How was he able to cut someone who's immortal? This could be critical information. Chopper's finally doing something. This is super cool. What's up, Shade? Dude. Scopper cutting... I'm at the point, yeah, Scopper cut his Summers like head off. This is crazy. I was not expecting that. Your favorite saint got effed up, dude. But he's still in it. because Oda doesn't casually just throw in decapitations like this if it was for real. Like, he just doesn't. So he'll be all right. He's getting up for round 2, 100%. Okay, killing him. All right, well done. This should be good. He's got a little bow. I understand you did all you can. That's enough. As for over there, I'll deal with that. Okay, we like vague language, not really. Now it's really burning. Library's on fire, and Robin, just the sorrow in her eyes. I hate seeing Robin sad. Literally breaks my heart. Saul is effed up. It's not your fault, Chief Jarul. The words of our ancestors are, history itself is. This is killing him. Ignition is complete. Withdraw, child. Is it so hard to show a little joy? I'm sorry. I'm super sorry for being alive. It's all my fault that everything is burning. Stop it, Ranya. I'm sorry. That's not true, Ranya. Culture, history, children, even military might. You lot have no right to take that away. The Pirate King's crew. You do know resisting means the hostages will die, right? Hey, it's Yasan. Colin, Yasan's here. Huh? He's come to rescue us. Don't give it away, Colin. Dad! Shit. He gave it away. That's my dad, everybody. My dad is stronger than everyone else's. He'll save everybody. Oh, man, dude. Scopper's face. Like, that's his child, man. Hiya. Off you, if you insist. Or get me off. Off you, if you insist. Challenging me means only one thing. This is my last chance. If I act now, the fires can be put out, the kids can be rescued, and Elbaf will be saved. It'll have to be done in an instant. Colin, just give me 1 second. Hold on. You're a strong kid. Got it, Dad. Just bear with the wounds for now. I'll save you. I'm a warrior. Please defeat her. A life taken cannot be returned. Colin! He's our child, Yasan. He's such a big cutie. Thank you for giving him life, Ripley. This is a treasure of a lifetime. Damn, dude. That hits so hard. Like, he found the One Piece with Roger, dude. Felt like Ace screamed Pops in Marineford? Yeah, dude. This is hitting. This is hitting. He knows better than anybody, like the treasure of a lifetime. Damn. Okay. Colin, please be okay. Oh, yeah, and Ripley's there too. If I can't stop her here, this tragedy will worsen, dude. Yeah. Stabs Colin through the neck, dude. And dude, I'm feeling like rage for Scopper right now, dude. I can take it. Colin, please stop. I give up. I'm sorry, Elbaf. Such a weak being. He gets just shot through the torso. I'm sorry, Colin. It must have hurt really bad. I'm sorry. Huh? Dad. Daddy. Daddy, Yasan, Daddy, there, er, father. Oh man, what is this? Yeah, what is this memory? Gunko flashback? Yeah, he saw he wasn't gonna make it in time. You see, my dream is to be a pirate. Gunko flashback, dude. What the heck? They really do look alike. We've got to think of an escape plan. My apologies. Brooke? Is that you, Brooke? What's happening? What is with all this commotion? Great Emu. What's happening? The Holy Land is currently in a sea of flames. Wow, what is with this person? Her face got all scary. Thou seems to require additional military force. Mu will show thee the dominion of God. Dude, what the hell? What's with all this commotion? The Holy Land is currently in a sea of flames. Thou seems to require additional military force. Mu will show thee the dominion of God. Dude. Wait, okay. Shade, help me. What's going on with Brooke? I'm trying to piece everything together. We've got to think of an escape plan. Ah, my apologies. And then Gunko says Brooke, or thinks Brooke. Is that you, Brooke? Great Emu. There's a lot of stuff happening. Brooke knew Gunko before becoming. Oh. Oh, dude. Oh, I didn't even see the yo ho ho thing. I didn't even that didn't even register. Wait, dude, is Brooke Gunko's dad? Is that what this panel is implying? I mean, it could just be I don't know, he's just doing pirate stuff, just met a child that, he took care of or something. Dude, you see, my dream is to be a pirate. Brooke. And she was running towards Brooke, and then that's when she got puppeteered by Emu. Yeah, I remember he was a knight in some battalion before he became a pirate in some I don't know if we know the country name, but yeah, some random country's military force. Dude, this is crazy. And we were talking about that we were given that speculation of the connection with Gunko and Brooke a few chapters ago with the headset and the song, the tone dial headset thing and her listening to his music and stuff. Dude, this is sick. This was a This has gotta be like a 9. Gotta be a 9 for me, 9 out of 10. 10s are really hard to come by, but dude, the emotional weight with Scopper, and then the fight was badass, and then, like, this revelation at the end with Emu coming in to, like, take over, presumably. Brooke might have been excuse me excuse me. Brooke might have been the dad that stepped in for Gunko, or her real dad. 10 out of 10 for you, you loved everything? Dude, yeah. Yeah. It's so hard to speculate because we haven't seen any flashbacks of Brooke. We've just kind of heard him talk about what he used to do before he became a pirate, very briefly, like, just one time, I swear, in, like, the whole story. You see, my dream is to be a pirate. Well, there's this through line throughout all of One Piece. You saying, Brooke might have been the dad that stepped in. The through line between children and fathers in One Piece is usually the found father is the more loved and respected one. We kinda have a wrench in that with Scopper and Colin here, but, like, Ace and Roger, and Ace, loving Whitebeard, and Luffy and Dragon, they don't really have a relationship. He's found, kind of mentorship with Garp and Rayleigh. Um, and I believe that it's entirely possible that Brook, yeah, could be this found father, this kind of found family story is what One Piece is, one of its main themes. In a better translation, Emu says, Mu will show how a god rules over the world. That got you jumping around the room reading it for the first time? Yeah, dude, this is hype. And Oda does this really good job. Any writer or storyteller should know whenever you resolve stakes, you shouldn't resolve a stake until you've raised another stake. So, kind of presumably dealing with Summers for now resolves that tension and that stake, but now Scopper giving up, getting injured, and Emu showing up, kind of puppeteering Gunko is raises the stakes even higher, so much harder too. Like the the stakes are high right now, and it's awesome. Damn, and we've got I love the emotion that we're getting from Scopper too, like his humanity. Really cool. Like we saw it a little bit with Rayleigh, a little bit, but this it takes it to a whole new level. I dude, Scopper's so cool. I love him. And the fact that he wields axes is just a nice little detail. Like everyone else has swords. Scopper saying the most precious treasure hits different coming from him. Dude, for real. Because like I said, like he was there. He was there at Raftel with Roger and the gang. I mean, presumably. I mean, get almost guaranteed, but yeah, like, and Ripley's a baddie. If you don't like a giant lady, then I don't know what to tell you. Like, I would do the same thing. No hesitation. I'd be out there making giant babies. Yeah, in the Holy Land in the Sea of Flames. That was really interesting too. Because the revolutionaries are all back at Kamabaka Kingdom. The last time we saw them, Sabo was relaying everything to Dragon and Iva. Yeah, I wonder what's going on. I mean, I think the first thought, like the Occam's razor of the Holy Land being in flames, is the revolutionaries. But the last time we saw them, they were they were just chilling. So that is really interesting. Don't even get you started on Ripley. Yeah. No, I know. Oh, I know, Shade. I know. Scopper's just laying it down, even at his age. I don't even want to get into the technicalities of how that would work, but I mean, it worked. I mean, he had to break out the hockey for that one, I'll tell you. My dragon stocks are reaching the heavens. Dude, I hope it's dragon, but I'm also going to be super sad if this is like some off-panel stuff cuz this is a pretty big freaking deal. Like the Holy Lands in flames. I just really wonder what it could be. Like who it is. Cuz I mean, historically, the Holy Land being in flames, we kind of had Sabo kind of roughhousing there. We had the giant robot that randomly turned on 200 years ago. And then, of course, Fisher Tiger. Dude, yeah, I'm excited. I'm thinking I would really love to talk to Randy Troy with his math piece and see what we might have in store with 1150. I'm excited to see what he thinks tomorrow. It's gonna be peak, dude. And I'm glad too we kind of stayed in just the few scenes that we had because I know King of Lightning always talks about it, where he kind of gets like a little bummed out when the scene switching is like 7, 8, 9 times different scenes throughout the chapter. And it's like, just give us substance. I'd rather have substance in one space than multiple snippets in several spaces, right? So I'm glad that we kind of kept our camera in just a few locations. A little underrated note is that Chopper is actually doing something this chapter. Um, he's like done well, presumably he's doing something. Presumably he's going to be the one to investigate how Scopper hurt Summers. You block all his content. That's fair. I I really haven't watched anybody in a long time. I've been so busy, but sometimes people just be like mad for no reason at the chapter. Like I'm of a mind too that like I love One Piece, right? Like I started watching One Piece. Well, I watched it forever ago in a non sequitur way on Toonami, like late at night. I want to say it was like back in the East Blue. I would watch it like on Toonami, but I never really got into it until like, I don't know, 15 years ago, probably even longer than that. But I started watching it and then I started reading it. Um, I got caught up with the anime during Dressrosa, and then I got caught up in the manga around the Cracker fight, like just before the Cracker fight. And this is just a long-winded way of saying that like people who hate on One Piece, or I understand fans, like when you're a fan of something and you know the nitty-gritty, little things will kind of upset you. The same way that like if you played a video game, you first start out playing the video game, it's like, oh, this is super dope. But then when you play the video game for like hundreds of hours, you start to notice the cracks in the armor and you're like, this is a problem. This is a problem. That's all good and fair. But at the end of the day, this is a shonen, and I'm not expecting this to read like Game of Thrones level like detail and characterization and plot, right? So it is what it is. I love it. I don't care that there's stuff that falls through the cracks and there's sometimes plot holes or inconsistencies or retcons even. Like it's goaded. I don't care. Like that's a testament to its goatedness is the fact that there is problems and it's still amazing. It's insane. Have I wrote any poems lately? I've tried working on some. I've really been working on this novel that my buddy and I are writing together. It's like a fantasy sci-fi, hopefully epic fantasy. Um very very adult prose, and I don't mean like graphically prose. I mean like it's kind of a poetic complex prose. That's just me. Someone else will read it and be like, "This is dog water." But um, yeah, we're writing an epic fantasy sci-fi series, more fantasy than sci-fi. We're working on our magic system right now, and it's gonna be sick. Like our magic system is super tight. You've been reading and watching for half my life, 10 years, dude. Yeah, yeah, we love it for what it is. Like Oda's a masterful storyteller. And to do it this well for this long is absolutely insane. One Piece has outsold Batman. Um, yeah, and there's some numbers there. It's like, well, what does that mean exactly? I think it's on its way to eclipse Superman pretty soon. Dude, Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. My buddy just read the two books. My friend that I'm actually writing our novel or my novel, the novel we're writing together, he just read those two. And he said that it's incredible. He said that the prose and like the storytelling is so good. Yeah. And I've heard nothing but good things from it. All of my favorite authors, fantasy authors, are like in a playful way, they're like screw Patrick because the first book he ever wrote was absolutely insane. Yeah, that's it's definitely on my TBR. Um, MC is Shanks, if you ask me. Even red haired. Yeah. Yeah, I've seen like artwork of the characters and yeah, they look so sick. I'm let me I'm actually I am on book 10 uh of Malazan, the Book of the Fallen. Um this is my favorite fantasy series. It's so good. It's so dark, or it can be, but it's also really light at some points. Like it can be very humorous. The writing is so good. The magic system is amazing. I'm the biggest Malazan stan. Like it's my favorite series. I've read I have like the Stormlight Archive by Brandon Sanderson here. And that was really good too. I read the Mistborn series by him. Um Trying to think of some other ones, but this the Malazan, could not recommend it enough. Like it's so good. My buddy just finished Name of the Wind, the two books, and then hopped into Malazan, and he can't put it down. Yeah, I don't know if you watch like many booktubers, but Daniel Green is one of my guys that I really like for booktubing, and he has read Malazan. He has a great video on Malazan. Murphy, who's in the community with like Brago and Um, why can I not think of my other dude? What's my other dude's name? Um, I'm blanking. Hold on. I really like him too. There's so many great One Piece YouTubers. Yeah, Daniel Green's good, and of course, my YouTube on my phone doesn't want to work. But anyway, yeah, Murphy's reviewed it. She's read it. I'm pretty sure she really likes it. The also The Will of the Many, also great. Um, like a Greco-Roman Greco-Roman fantasy. Um, Pretty interesting. Um, James Islington, the first book one of the Hierarchy series. Pretty cool. But yeah, check out Daniel Green. He's a huge fantasy sci-fi guy. But yeah, I'm actually gonna probably read some Malazan after I hop off here. That or The Failures. I just picked that up um like 2 days ago. It was described to me by the author of Sun Eater, Christopher Rocchio, as being Final Fantasy, but written by Steven Erickson. So that kind of intrigued me. Um, Very strange, but I have faith in the author. Yeah. Um, it's very weird. Some of I audiobook too with like everything. I love audiobooks. It just gets me in the story so much better. And there's multiple character POVs and the narrator of Malazan is goated. There's two. I don't know, but you kind of get used to it. Um like one did the first 3 books and then the other guy did 4 through 10. But the yeah, I'm listening to audiobooks when I drive. I listen to audiobooks like when I'm home and just reading. It just gets me into it. But the narrator of The Failures uses like this contemporary tone that kind of throws me off. So there's like, you know, swords and allusions to guns, automata, but he'll say stuff so like colloquially and like in a very contemporary kind of way that kind of throws me off. Like, when you're reading like a fantasy audio or you're listening to a fantasy audiobook, it's like, um, you know, it'll be like some badass character that's um, like, "If you do that again, I'll cut your head off." Like, that really gruff, like, it just seems like a fantasy character. But then the characters that he voices in The Failures are like, "Oh, well, screw you, dude." Like, it's very, like, you could hear, like, somebody at the bar, like, saying it the exact same way, and it's a little weird, but again, I've never read the author before, it's Benjamin Liar, um, but I have faith in him, so dude, it is, like, when it was, like, one of the female characters talking, and she's like, "You know what, Bear? Screw you." And I'm like, "Okay," like, I didn't know there was a Valley Girl in Final Fantasy, but it's yeah. 9 times out of 10, the narrators they just need to be given a chance, and then they kinda hook you in, so I have faith. Expecting anything for the next chapter? Let's see, let me just kinda do a little once over. Chopper's gonna do stuff. I need to actually look, like, how did he get free? Like, it just kinda happened. Like, we get a close-up of Chopper, of him, like, running. Like, I don't even know how he got free. I expect him to do something while he's out and about. I mean, he can't just do nothing being free. And then there's the kind of ellipses that we kinda gotta cut off with from Jarul. The words of our ancestors are, history itself is. So, we'll cut back to him, I hope. Also, they're just, like, sitting around in town, like, doing nothing. I mean, they're pretty heartbroken, I get it, but, like, I mean, the other giants are rushing, but there's just, like, that panel of them kind of comforting Jarul, Yarul, whatever. We'll probably get some sort of close up of probably get a camera angle on Scopper, I hope. Um, Chopper was hiding. Oh. Oh, yeah, he wasn't in the that's right, that's right. That's right. He was in, like, Saul's, like, beard or hair, wasn't he? You know what I low key expected for, like, a split second of Colin being like, "Dad, dad." Like, I low key had a thought of, like, is he about to, like, use Conqueror's hockey? Because, I mean, I was just thinking back to, like, when Ace was, like, protecting Luffy and, like, when, like, just kids in the story have used Conqueror's hockey. I was like, if dude's ever gonna use Conqueror's hockey as a kid, like, now's the time. And it's genetic to some degree. So, like, he's got it 100%. Like, it would have been pretty fire. I don't think it would have done anything, but it would have been fire to see. But yeah, I mean, I guess just see what I mean, Moo's out here trying to show everybody the dominion of God, so I think we'll just get that. I really want to explore this Brooke backstory with her and Gunko. Like that was really cool. And I love when we see like these super hardened characters like Gunko like crying and like showing emotion. And she got the long hair, like the long locks. Her hair's kind of flowing out now. I thought she had like a little bob cut like Koala. I mean, I think we're about due for Luffy, Zoro, Sanji to show up as well. Like it's been a while since they've done anything. So I think we get them next chapter for sure. And then maybe they'll show up and kind of deal with Moo, and maybe we get a proxy introduction between Moo and Luffy here in the next couple chapters. That'd be cool. I'd really like to see that. And I think it fits too because I think we need something like that. Like I in a way that I think it would be so much better if Luffy had information about Emu before meeting Emu for the first time, like in the flesh, instead of just being like Luffy shows up in the throne room, like picking his nose, and he's like, "Who are you?" You know. So to make it a little more serious, I think that would be cool. Dude, if we get you're expecting a Holy Land transition. If we get that, I'll be super thrilled. I'll be super thrilled for that too, because I want to see what's going on big time. So I guess those are kind of like, yeah, I'm with you there. Holy Land transition and Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, possibly Loki, Haruden, and them show up and they meet like Emu, Gunko. Um, I would really like that. And like you said, 1150 being possibly crazy next week, that seems like the perfect formula to set that up. Like I'm pumped. I'm hyped, dude. I'm so hype. But all right, dude. Check out the book recommendation. Dude, sounds good. Malazan, first and foremost. Gardens of the Moon is book one. It's I will say it does have a learning curve in a way, and what I mean is not like it's too complex or the words are too big or something, but he does Erickson does not hold your hand at all. Like, every time I read one of the books, I have the wiki pulled up and I read chapter summaries right after I read the chapter to make sure that I comprehended everything. That could just be a me thing, but like my buddy too was like, I think I know what's going on, but I'm not 100% sure. And it's like, you're going to feel that a lot for the first probably 4 or 5 chapters of every book, until you kind of get into the swing of how he does things. So, and he also, what surprised me, so book one has a cast of characters. Book two, completely new characters. Book three, back to book one's characters. And it kind of bounces back and forth like that. There's still allusions to the previous book's characters in the sequels, but it's not just like you follow the same four people. Yeah, JoJo style. Like, and let me just show you too. Like, he's the dude's serious. Hold on. I'm gonna show you like the dramatis persona that like lists all the characters, because it's not like, oh, we're just following four characters. No, you're following like 50. So yeah, let me show you. It's crazy. So like there's like 40 named characters there, at least. And they all have unique personalities. It's great. Highly recommend the audiobook. Like, dude doesn't mess around. It is epic fantasy, like to a T. Dude does not mess around. The stories, like, I really liked Game of Thrones. I didn't read it, but I watched it. But I'm like, dude, if this was a show, it would blow Game of Thrones out of the water. Like, not even close. I even think if it was an anime or like an animated story, like it would blow it out of the water. I would love to contact that author and be like, dude, let me write the show for this. Like, I want it to be animated, because I just don't think you have the budget in real life to do what you need to do. And like, I don't think there's ever been an epic fantasy like that animated before. And I think it would break a paradigm shift of like, because there's so many people still that are like, oh, well, cartoons are like, you know, oh, cartoons are like, stupid. Like, why just shoot it in real life? Like, no, screw you, dude. Animations can be just as good. But yeah, check it out. And then dude, my buddy has Name of the Wind. I need to start that probably after I finish those two books. Um, I'm hype. But yeah, I'm gonna head out of here. Thanks for stopping by, Shade. I appreciate it as always. See you next week, dude. And everyone else who watches this, appreciate you stopping by. Peace.